what is whimsy goth? I mean, people use that keyword in a lot of different things that I don't particularly think fit it, but that's my interpretation of it. Howdy y'all, my name is Gretchen. I'm the Restless Thrifter, and I'm going to share a thrift haul. This is stuff that I've picked up, Lord knows how long ago, week, 2 weeks. It's been a busy couple of weeks, and I haven't been able to share this stuff with you, but I have already comped everything, figured out what I'm going to price it for, and now I'm going to share it. Let me find my first bag. All right, this first pair of shoes, I spent $216 on them, and they are a pair of fit-flops. They are leather fit-flops. Do they make these anymore? Is that why people want to buy them online? I really don't know. But I do know that they sell online, and I thought the leather was nice. I just recently sold a blue pair of these. Super Comfort fit-flops. What size are these? These are a size something or other. Too small for my eyes right now without my glasses. These have a average sale price of $25 and a 25% sell-through rate. So that means a quarter of the things that have been listed in the last 3 months have sold. Is that the greatest? No. Am I aware that fit-flops do sell anyway? Yes. So not a bad pickup for $216, but I wouldn't spend like a whole lot on them given that sell-through rate and that ASP. I'm going to list mine for $30 so I can make some room for offers. That's it. Nothing else really special about those. I think they're supposed to like make you fit while you flop. Exercise your feet somehow. This next one, y'all. She is a cutie. And she's hard to see. Let's open her up. Because she does come out of here. Oh, she's taped shut. I'm going to share pictures of comps so that you can see what she looks like. Because I need to make sure I'm not going to mess up my whole egg here. I guess it's a pineapple. So this brand is called, first of all, it's an Italian doll maker. And it's called Ferga. And they made different kinds. I just thought she was so cute. She looks like a little Hawaiian doll in her pineapple. And I spent a lot of time researching these dolls. Ferga dolls, they had all sorts of different styles of them. But these little ones in the pineapple seem to be kind of rare. Like I didn't see but 2 others listed, and people had them listed for very high. So I was going to list her for $25, but I think that's going to be way too low. I'm going to up it to at least $50, and I also paid $216 for her because she was half off. Probably should have gotten that listed before Christmas. I picked up some oddball things. I don't always do home goods, you know, but I did this time and definitely picked up some oddball things. Salad molds, anybody? Vintage, new in package. Package is a bit beat up, but salad molds shaped like hearts. So you can make tiny little jello molds in the shape of a heart. I guess you could also use these for crafts or things. I spent $216 on these as well. These were not the best pickup. Looking back on it, I'm going to list them for $15. And then this next one is very cute, not as unique as I thought he was going to be. This little elephant drinking from the bowl. You could use it as a trinket dish. It's made of wood. It's like carved wood. And I'm going to list them for $20. But there were a lot of similar ones listed. None exactly like this or painted exactly like this, but very similar. I think he's mid-century modern, but maybe not. I paid $324 and I'm going to list it for $20. When I pick up vintage or home goods, I do like to pick up vintage. These are chalkware. You can see that white where it's showing through on the paint. I paid $216 for each of these little owls. and they're so cute. I kind of want to keep them for myself, but I don't really have anywhere to hang them right now. So I'll list them. If they don't sell, I'll use them in my own house someday. I'm going to list for $30 and cost of goods for $32. Now, I didn't tell you any sell-through rates for the last 3 items because vintage things, or the last 4 items really, sometimes it's hard to find the exact thing to know a sell-through rate. And a lot of times with vintage, I'm pricing with my heart. Whether my heart is right is another thing. Let me wrap these up. Next item is a camisole, really cute for this time of year too, in this plaid. I can't remember what they call this kind of tartan, but this was also, I was going to say also $216, but no, it was $324. Everything was half off on this day. It's Abercrombie and Fitch. It's an extra small. They had several little camisoles. I only picked up this particular one. And I don't think this is vintage. I do not think this is vintage, but it was super cute. Lace plaid camisole, and it is kind of a Y2K style. I recently joined the Kaylee Elaine University. That's not what it's called. Reseller's Edge. I have not participated at all or read any of the things, but I watch her videos, which is why I decided to join for a month and see how it goes. But I really learn a lot from her. And the ASP for these is $18 with a 19% sell-through rate, low. But after watching her, if you use the right keywords, you might be able to sell this for $30. So that's what I'm going to list this for. $324 is my cost of goods. It would be even better if it had more of a baby doll style, you know, like with kind of a flared bottom. But I still think this was an okay pickup, but I'm glad I didn't pick up them all because I'm still kind of like leaning into that, getting to know the Y2K. Also getting to know Whimsy Goth. Y'all, Whimsy Goth can be just about anything. This particular brand, City Girl by Nancy Bolin, don't know anything about it. I really don't. But this, with its red and black, and its lace details, I think is perfect for Whimsy Goth. I loved this shawl collar. Just gives it a really different look. I think you could use this just as like a jacket when it's not too cold outside, or you can use this, you know, very dressy. It's different, right? It's very different. And of course, you're not going to find exact comps for something this unique looking, or at least I didn't, but looking up the brand and then just looking up other Whimsy Goth jackets, I saw an ASP of $31, low sell-through rate of 13%, because what is Whimsy Goth? I mean, people use that keyword in a lot of different things that I don't particularly think fit it, but that's my interpretation of it. I'm going to list it for $40 and I paid for $32. This next one, totally different vibe here. Going from preppy to Whimsy Goth to, I guess, back to preppy again, and a little bit of cottage core. This is a brand I wasn't familiar with either, Sister Mary. There was something about this tag, and for some reason it kind of reminded me of the Johnny Was family. I don't know why. But I loved the embroidery. It's got like a little Mexican dress look and feel to it, but with gingham, so kind of preppy. It's got pockets. I think it's like a mini length dress. And this is a size large. So yeah, I would say this is a mini length dress. Going to be great for springtime, which is coming up before you know it. And the ASP is $37. With a 22% sell-through rate. Right now, not the kind of thing that's selling, so I wouldn't expect it to be high. I'm going to list it for $50. My cost of goods was $324. Now, I share with you my sales on a almost daily basis, every other day, probably on average. So if you want to see if things like this are really selling for these amounts that I said, like I'm listing it for $50 and I said the ASP was $37, but a low sell-through rate. if you want to learn what I'm really selling things for, you might want to subscribe to my channel. Click the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying this content. And then you can see, I tell you exactly what it sold for, after fees, after cost of goods, what I'm making. So I'm being fully transparent in that case. I picked up some strange things this day. And then some bread and butter things. The strange things being the Jell-O molds and the pineapple doll and the elephant bowl. Strange for me. This next one, I was walking by Swim, and I just kind of glance at Swim every now and then. I think this is a good time to pick up swimwear because it's not in stores just yet. Now this ended up being new with tag. This tag was on the inside, and I didn't notice it was new with tag, but I did see the hygienic liner, so I thought new without tag. And then I found the tag, and it is Ralph Lauren. It's a size 10, which is a medium. And it's gorgeous colors. It's a sheared one-piece floral. This retail, does it say? $165, and then it was on sale for $66. And then someone never wore this beautiful swimsuit. It's got these little metallic doodads. I learned the hard way that if you wear something like this in the ocean when you're snorkeling, fish may bite. I had some like round yellow and pink beads, and I had fish thinking I was a snack, and it freaked me out. I was immediately wanted to get out of the water. Like, this isn't for me. This is not for me. They were just fish, but they were like good sized fish, and I was in their ocean. Okay. I paid $4.32 for that. I'm going to list it for $60. The ASP was $55. Not bad. That was for new with tags. Sell-through rate low at 12%, but again, off season. That's going to be my excuse every time, right? It's off season. I also think it's good to pick up new with tags right now. I just think things are going to get more expensive. This was not new with tag, but this was a Lands' End swimsuit. Lands' End is a very nice, swim skirt bottom, sturdy swimwear in my opinion. So like, it's thick, you know, you can wear this in the ocean, for example. And I don't know though, the skirt might float up and fish crawl underneath there. I'm a little scared of fish. Is that stupid? It's probably stupid. I paid $3.24 for this. The ASP low at $14, sell-through rate low at 12%. I'm almost wanting to stop telling you guys the ASP and sell-through rate because it's a little embarrassing, but again, I'm getting ready for a new season. I'm going to list it for $25. Call me out. Am I crazy? Don't call me out. This next one's another new with tag. I pick up a lot of plus size. So I got into reselling by selling my own things, which is when I realized that there's a market for used plus size clothing. And of course, pre-owned new with tags isn't bad either. This, I'm going to use words like ballet core and feminine, romantic, maybe fairy, but maybe not baby doll top. This is a Lane Bryant baby doll top, and I'm going to list it for $25. Doesn't have the retail price on here. I paid $2.16. The ASP $20, sell-through rate really low at 7%. So Lane Bryant is a great plus size brand. They are expensive retail, but then they go on sale all the time. And similar to like Loft and other mall brands like that, they're going to be more saturated online. There's going to be a lot of it, meaning you got a lot of competition, so your sell-through rate's probably going to be lower. So you want to be picky about what you're picking up. Hence the new with tags and the springtime color coming up, that type of thing. That's a size 14, 16, so it's not like a super large plus size, but it's also kind of an oversized fit. The next item, I've only ever found this brand once, and it was in a totally different item. It was in a wool winter coat. This is a bikini top. Why did I just pick up a bikini top that's polka dotted and doesn't match anything? Because it's this brand, which is really expensive. Do I call it high-end? I would say it's high-end. Even the tag looks nicer than some of my clothes. Target. This is a Reese swim top, and I'm only going to list it for $15 because, again, it is just a top. I paid $1.08. When I don't have a sell-through rate to share with you, it's usually because I didn't find solds on eBay, but I did find solds on Poshmark, or I wouldn't be reselling it. I do look up just about everything before I buy it these days. But when it comes to like, and pineapple doll, I don't as much. All right, this is another new with tag item, another plus size item, and it is a Torrid bralette in a size, I don't think I've ever found a size 6. Well, no, I've found size 6 before, but this is a size 6, so 6X, and yeah, just a cute bralette. Obviously not going to give you a lot of support there, but perfect for any season, really, because when you want to wear something underneath that may show through, honestly, you might even want to wear a regular bra underneath that. This is the Torrid XO front lace bralette, and I'm going to list it for $30. I paid $2.16. The ASP is 20. This is a better sell-through rate, 38%. So the closer we get to 50%, the better that is. 50% means there's the same number of sold and the same number of still listed. Now, I know that in the Reseller's Edge, if you guys are a part of that, or if you watch Kaylee Elaine, they calculate sell-through rate differently, so that 50% would be 100% in their case, and then things can go over 100%. I was a product manager. That's not the way eBay calculates it, and where I'm getting a lot of this information is just not the way you calculate it in other parts of product management business, so I'm doing it my way. You do it however makes you feel good. I'm caught down here. I'm going to put these back and then grab another bag. I actually have these bags of things that I've been carrying around in my car. And I'm going to end up putting them back in the car so I can go over to my aunt's house and show her some of the things I bought. She likes to thrift and likes to see what I'm buying, and I'm trying to incorporate her into my sourcing team. I don't have a team, it's just me. It sounded better to say my sourcing team. And actually, some of these things she's picked up for me or been with me when I bought them and helped me find them. These next two items are the same. Same in all ways, really. The brand is Cool, K-U-H-L, good outdoorsy brand. Yeah, you know, it's getting a little flooded in the market too. People like me who tell people what they're selling, give other people the idea, and then soon everything's online. But this is a great brand. I first discovered it when I was living in Colorado, and I found like a really awesome puffy vest. And I hadn't been watching other YouTubers at that point. This is a pair of convertible. You can see how they have a snap here and they have a strap and you can roll them up. Convertible pants in a size 16 short, and they're gray, really great condition. And the other pair is exactly the same. I'll look them over really quickly to make sure condition is the same. And I will also make sure the style is exactly the same. I always say this and then I don't end up doing this. I was going to say I may do a multi-quantity listing. I never do. I do 2 listings. I don't know which one is better, if it matters, but that's the way I do it. These did not have the greatest sell-through rate either. I bought these each for $4.32, and I'm going to list them for $35. The ASP was $29, and the sell-through rate $31. I think spring and summer are going to be better times of year for this type of activewear. The next item, y'all, I would consider this a vintage bolo. The comps that I was seeing for ones that were complete, this is a raincoat, and I don't have the belt, but micro pack designer wear. Doesn't look like much according to the label, but look at this great jacket. The sheen to it needs a good steam. It's been wrinkled up. I wish I had the belt because this would sell for a lot more, but it's a beautiful kind of fashion raincoat, and it's got to be vintage, right, with that label. It's made in USA. It's nylon and polyester, and I just love it. The material is what drew me to it, and then I looked at the label and I went, well, that doesn't look like much, but let me look it up, and I did. And I'm glad I did. Now, I did consider whether I wanted to pick it up since it had no belt. I'm going to list this for $60, even without a belt. I paid $5.41. The ASP for these is $62, and the sell-through rate, vintage, usually lower, 13%, basically, rounding up. I'd say vintage is usually lower. In my experience, vintage items take longer to sell, and a low sell-through rate could indicate that too. This next bag is something that my aunt picked up for me. When she was out thrifting with me one day, I was looking at bras, and she's like, really, used bras? And I said, yeah. I said, the bigger the better. So she delivered. These are actually new with tags, and she delivered on the bigger the better. Don't make any jokes. Some people need these bras, okay? Some lady is, well, I held this up, and my sister goes, does that fit you? I'm like, in what world? In what world does this fit me? What is the brand? The brand is Elila, and it's a 52L. That does not stand for large. That stands for like a letter in the alphabet. This was $5. She said it was on, I think it might have even been on 75% off, because she's like, oh, these were so cheap. She wouldn't even take money for them. So between this and something else she gave me, I bought her lunch. She was like, you are not going to source for me and not take money for the things. She got me two. I think I'm going to list them separately, but they're both the same size, both new with tag. Is this one new with tag? Actually, I don't see the tag on this one. So this one may not be new with tag. Nope. Not new with tag. I don't know if that'll affect how I price it. I did say I was going to price them both the same. This is the Sydney Jacquard wire-free bra. I paid $1.62 each. That's what I'm putting as my cost of goods based on what I paid for her lunch divided by the number of things she gave me, more than just those two things. And I'm going to list them for $45. Now, they are only $54 retail, so you don't want to like price too close to retail. These are something I paid 50 cents for these Apple napkin rings. They're wooden. I think some of them have a made in China sticker on the bottom. So I don't know if they're vintage. Some people listed them as vintage. I think, yes, they may be, or they may just be newer that were modeled after something vintage. I found these in a clearance shelf at a store in Waxahachie. I thought they were cute. I'm always lured in by a sale. I think I'm going to list them for 20. Let me see if I even created a draft. Yeah, Apple wooden napkin rings. I'm actually going to list them for 15. And I said a buck. I'm going to change that to 50 cents. One day when I arrived at the thrift store that was having a sale, I arrived right when they opened, I went straight to the bags because I usually don't find bags there. I think I wait too long because sometimes I go straight to the shoes. Sometimes I go straight to the plus size. This time I went straight to the bags, and I found 5 bags this day. This is a La Vive sling bag. It has these straps that you can unzip and turn into two, like a backpack, or you can wear it as a sling bag. This is leather. I liked these studs, and it was pretty clean inside and everything. By itself, I don't think it was, like, don't buy all La Vive bags, but because it was a leather sling bag, that to me is a little bit more popular right now. I have no sell-through rate listed. I paid $4.32. Is that right? It says that it was $14.99. No, that would be more than that. $14.99 would be, it's half off of that. Is going to be $8.11. I was dog sitting while I was doing this, and I guess I made some mistakes. I'm going to list it for $40. The next one's pretty cool, y'all. It is a hand-painted, and I've got some stuff in it, so just ignore the fact that there's stuff in it. I'll be showing you that stuff here in a second. I would say this is a hand-painted bag based on the way it looks. It's got the skull bag charm too, but isn't that really beautiful? I mean, it's going to take a specific kind of person with a specific kind of style, but look at those eyes are just watching you. It's a woman with, it looks like a tiger eating her head. No, I think she's wearing a tiger headdress kind of thing, or a tiger's eating her head. I'm not sure. It was really cool. And this was also on sale, and I paid up a little bit for it. It was $19.99, but on sale, half off. And I paid $10.82 with tax. I'm going to list it for $80. I couldn't find anything with this artist's signature. I think it says PRES.ARL. If anybody has ever heard of that. Yes, I tried Google Lens, but to no avail. So that was cool. I'm going to list it for $80. The things inside, let me pull out. This first one is an astronomical clock, and I have not checked to see if it's working. I paid $2.16. It is from Czechoslovakia, or the Czech Republic, and it's probably just a tourist kind of thing, but it had great sell-through rate. So assuming it works, let's assume it works, I'm going to list it for $65. The ASP was $58, the same thing, and a 13% sell-through rate. So let me see if I can get, it just takes one AA battery. Ah, it's working. See that? Oh, wait a minute. The red hand's ticking. Now it's going back the other way. I think it starts to fall down. Yeah, when it's, yeah. So it's not quite working. I think this red second hand is loose. Yeah, it just wants to swing freely. Will I list it if it doesn't work? I don't know. Maybe someone wants it for its parts, so maybe someone can fix it. It doesn't seem like it would be real expensive, but I love that wood cutting, you know, that's really neat. The next one is this Kipling. I hadn't seen one this small before, but this looked practically new. It's a small, it's a little mini crossbody. This could extend out. Kipling has these little purse charms too. This is the little ape of some sort. And it was in great condition. Small little Kipling bag. And they had this one priced at $9.99, so half off of that is $5.41. That's with tax. I'm going to list it for $25. This one is another, what I think is a hand-painted bag. It seemed like the others in this brand, they were labeled as hand-painted. It's Anushka is the brand. You can see that written here, and then it's on the inside in a leather label. It's a leather hand-painted bag with butterfly, peacock feathers. Just a shoulder bag. So maybe not the most popular of style of bag right now. Beautifully painted and in good condition. I'm going to list it for $60. I paid $8.11. The ASP is $50, and the sell-through rate's 34%. I think that's pretty good, actually. And then the last bag to show you is my favorite of them. It is a Raj sequin bag. I did see some people list that this was sold at Anthropologie, like this brand, but in different bags. I don't have any way of knowing if this particular one was. I'll do a Google Lens search, but I didn't find anything so far. And I paid $8.11 for this one. Also, oh no, wait, 10. This one would have been 10 something. Okay, I'm gonna list it for $70. And it's in great condition inside, just a nice big zip top tote bag with this beautiful, I happen to love these colors right here. I just think that's my favorite section of patchwork. So it's a patchwork boho bohemian bag. When I get home from my aunt's, I need to work on these bags and shoes. That's what I want to work on next. I think I've got some good things here. I've got 3 pairs of shoes to show you now. And the first one is a pair of Madewell leather mules flats. These were in beautiful shape. I don't know how people wear shoes without getting the insides dirty. I guess I just have dirty feet. But yeah, they don't get the insides dirty somehow. I do wash my feet. These are a style called the Gemma, and they are leather, black. They are size 7.5 if you're interested. And I'm gonna list these for $50. I paid $4.32. The ASP is $28 with a 60% sell-through rate. So that sell-through rate is great. The ASP not as great, but I'm still listing mine for $50. I do look at offers. I showed you a pair of fit flops. I think that was the first thing I shared in this video. This is another fit flop, but it's not a fit flop. It's not a flop. It's a shoe. It's a sneaker. I did not know Fit Flop made sneakers, but they do. And these were in really great shape as well. Anatomical technology. So I guess the foot bag is supposed to be better for your feet because it's anatomically shaped. There's a little rock inside this one, inside the tread. I just popped those out with this little plastic thing that I think was sold to be used for taking off tags, but it works better for prying out rocks. Rocks and pebbles. So these are the Fit Flop F42 lace-up sneaker shoes. I paid $4.32. I'm listing them for $30. Look at how cute and sparkly these are. The ASP is $17. Sell-through rate 10%. And then the last pair of shoes is this pair of Native with a fox print. And I was a little disappointed that there weren't more of these sold. I was like, what do you mean? This is a bit of a larger size in kids natives than I usually find. It's a juniors 4. And these are the Native J4 is the size. I think Jefferson is the style. I paid $2.16. The ASP is $16 with a 29% sell-through rate. That's for just natives. I couldn't find the fox print really so much. So I'm going to list mine for $25 because they also look, you know, really close to new. And when you've seen other natives, you know, this thing gets worn off so easily. So I think these are in great condition. I think what I'll do is pause for now and go get another bag. I do have to leave in about 30 minutes though. So I may just pick this up later if it's not long enough. I think it'll be long enough for a quick little haul, and then I can show you the rest of the things in a separate video. How's that sound? I also have some bags of things that I haven't even gone through to price, and I have a bag of free stuff that I could show you guys that I got from my mother-in-law. Some vintage, some just, you know, things that I thought were cute style-wise. that probably don't have a large ASP, but I use those as fillers for my inventory because sometimes people just want a $10 top, you know? Okay, that's it for now. Thumbs up if you learned anything. If you liked any of the bags or shoes, or what else did I show you? Bags, shoes, and knickknacks, I think is mostly what this is. And big bras. Okay, y'all, have a good day. Just keep listening.